at you live from our houses, from Skype. Where are we live from?
Oh, powered by Quirktastic.
Yo, I can't today. And sponsored by Ultimate Wireless LLC. It's Player One Crimson.
That's your boy, sort of SK Player 2, you don't know.
And I'm Bubblegum Tom the Hunter, Player 3.
Player 4, Auburn.
Player 5, Destiny Senpai.
And we're L.A.N Party.
Party. Boop, 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 boop.
Listen.
Alright. Start the conversation. Like
All
always, fix
right.
the show later.
We are
We always do
gathered
it at
here
the end.
today at 12 a.m.
Oof.
on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cover sheet. It's not
Tuesday.
I'm telling you, sis.
Is it Thursday today? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gathered at 12 a.m. on a Thursday to talk about my favorite anime in the whole wide world, Carole and Tuesday. Yo, anime trash man looks so unamused.
She ready to go to sleep. Yo, let's get this shit popping, bro.
So,
You already know, every day on my block, that's my word.
but yeah,
Yo.
no, we need to talk about Carole and Tuesday. So let's get into it, guys. How caught up are you guys now? Tell us about that.
That's a good question.
Yo, I gave up on that shit,
16.
bro.
Yo, Destiny, you're mad fake. Every time I check your Twitter, you be like, Carole and Tuesday. And I be like, what episode you at? You like 2? I'm like, nigga, what?
No, that's a lie. I ain't gonna have you shame me on here. Okay, episode 16. What's up?
Yes. Episode
what-
15 all day.
Ooh.
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 Ooh, damn.
Yeah, all right. So,
But nobody beating my son Player 2. Nobody beating my son Player 2. Player 2 episode you on?
2.5.
2.5.
No.
Yo, I fell asleep
Damn.
during episode 3. I never
Damn.
picked back. It was coming up on Netflix soon. I'ma just, Netflix this shit with proper
Netflix?
subs, because the Kiss anime subs are dumb. Like,
yo, wait,
English,
are they
huh?
dumb?
what?
Are they the Kiss anime?
Yeah, they be on some like, they be talking like pirates on the Kiss anime dumb.
Nah.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way at all.
Nah.
Ooh, no, I don't like it. Yeah,
But
okay.
for those of you young folk who have been not living your life the way you should and don't know about Carole and Tuesday, Carole and Tuesday is this awesome anime featuring a white girl named Tuesday and a black girl named Carole, who is basically trying to make it in the music industry. And
Yep.
pretty dope. Do y'all have, who's your favorite character? Who do you like more, Carole or Tuesday? Well, or
Carole.
Ow. Why? 'Cause she's black
Yes, because she's
Yes.
black. Yes.
And
And she's a
level-headed.
hustler.
and
She's a
awesome.
hustler.
Does
And Carol's
Carole have
from
dreads?
Rock.
I like to think so.
Right?
They
Oh,
don't
they're
really
from
look
Mars,
that
bro.
dreads.
Right? When her hair is done, it look like dreads, but pin up, it's not
Yeah.
like dreads.
You say
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rock is Mars?
Huh?
Listen, Carole is from Queens.
Yo,
Far Rockaway.
that mic sounds beautiful, y'all. I'm
Also,
sorry.
Mike.
Carole has a better backstory than Tuesday. I just really don't care about Tuesday
I mean,
Yeah.
personally.
Tuesday's just
those
rich
are
and
such-
dumb.
She's just rich and
Naivety.
dumb.
But
She
isn't her
couldn't
mom
even, she
like?
couldn't even run away correctly. Like, I don't have time.
But isn't her mom like a important businesswoman or something?
she's trying to
Sounds
be
like-
president.
She's running for
Interesting.
president.
Yeah.
Oh, she's trying to be
That's
She's a
governor.
interesting.
Governor. Oh,
Or
well.
whatever.
Only on episode 2.5, so what the fuck do I
Okay,
know?
so y'all are pretty far in. What would you say is your favorite episode?
2.
Ooh.
Two.
So far, I really liked the music video episode. I thought that was dope.
What? It was cute.
I thought it was cute. It was a good like filler. Like nothing really happened, and like that whole thing was kind of weird. I don't know. It was kind of cute though, and I liked when
Yeah.
Carole met her daddy.
Aww.
Yeah, that Maury episode is my favorite episode too, actually.
Bitch.
Uh.
Did I say Maury?
What about you, anime trash pod?
What's the name of the dude that's like the big star in the show?
Etrigan.
Yeah, I liked that episode where they go to his house
Sleep dark.
and he like basically is like, y'all are terrible. I love that episode because it's
Why?
just ridiculous. His whole character is just so ridiculous, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
I I think Erica did the what's his name? Erica did the
Nigga, what?
what's his name? Okay,
Etrigan?
we're gonna call him DJ.
Etrigan.
I mean, there are things about the DJ that I like. He kind of has a fall from some like. Greg, what am I trying to say? Like he falls, like a fall from.
Great.
Grace.
Yes. Look at y'all. Look at you with your education.
I
Yes.
went to
This is why you go to
school,
college.
graduated.
Hallelujah. He has a fall from grace. And they're working on his listen, I see y'all chatting even though your mics is off fakes.
Nah, cause I'm like, nigga, you graduated like last week. Like,
What are you talking about?
no, Imani graduated college last week, basically.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
That was for like
congratulations.
2 months ago.
it was
But
years ago. But
Still
anyway, the
amazing.
DJ has a fall from grace, and they're working on his redemption story. His fall from grace episode was really cool, but the way it's developing that you guys are gonna see if you haven't seen yet, I don't know. It's not that much redemption. I don't know because he's really mean to Carol and Tuesday after that.
Yeah,
Like, he really doesn't
mean,
like them,
He
and it's
doesn't have any redeeming qualities, so
yeah. And when he falls from grace, I feel like Carol and Tuesday were one of the people there to help him out. Like it's a it's like a sharp drop down, like a whole Six Flags Nitro down. Like it's just it's bad.
yeah.
Did he have a real fall to grace, or like did niggas just rob him for real?
Yeah,
Got
it-
robbed.
Word.
he got robbed, but the media spun it like he was bankrupt and he was, like they were taking
Oof.
pictures of him at a laundromat. He was looking on, he didn't shave, like he was looking bad. And I felt like even though Carol and Tuesday was here to pick him up, I don't know. I wish there was that love there. Instead, like when they kind of assisted him creating a song. I'm sorry I'm spoiling it for you guys. I hope
No, it's okay.
No,
but
you're
he
cool.
assisted in him creating a song. He kind of just took it and used it to get money. He took it and went to Angela like, I created a song, I want you to use it, Angela. So I don't know how I feel about the DJ. Like when he was I get what you guys, there are qualities about him that's really nice, but he's just so petty at the same time. Like he's petty with Karen Tuesday. Like he disrespected them OD. Like
So I got a question, right? I feel like everyone in that show is mirrors someone. It's like someone in real life. Who do you think Etrigan mirrors?
I don't know. I'm not part of the DJ EDM scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I feel
wouldn't
like
know.
he's every DJ ever. That's
Like
what I would imagine
Tiesto,
they
boy.
would be like.
Mm,
Word.
okay. So
Yeah.
since you think he all petty and shit, you ever start to think that maybe as fucked up as the first off, was Karen Tuesday really there for him, or
Yeah.
like he just pull up in the crib and just use their keyboard for like 20 minutes?
Is that not being there for someone when
No,
no one else was?
No,
Right,
it's
especially when he's never been nice to them ever.
Ever.
okay. But who did they do that favors for? Did they do that favor for Etrigan, or they did that favor for Rhodey?
But still, they let it happen.
What they like? Do you not see who their manager is? They let everything happen.
This is
Yeah, that's true. That
They
is
let
very true.
they let everything happen.
Listen,
Like-
they could have turned him away and they chose not to, and they should have
Yeah.
for how he treated them.
And then I think it was smart for him to go to the other girl. What's the other girl name again?
Angela.
What
I like Angela. I like her a lot.
She got
So
too much
do I.
attitude.
And she's cute.
She is very cute.
I like her hairstyle.
Yeah.
That's
She's
that
cute.
good.
I like the swirl in the middle,
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
little bang.
And her songs, every song that she sang on that talent show thing was a bop. I don't care what anybody says.
Here we go.
Ooh,
I don't know.
DJ.
Can you call a ballad a bop?
Ooh.
No, Angela. She's the one who had all those like pop songs.
But didn't she have like one ballad that was like slow?
Not that I recall. It wasn't memorable, so
No.
weren't.
I'm
Damn.
pretty sure she did. I'm pretty sure her
was that the,
second song she sang, her second or third song she sang on Mars is Brightest was like a ballad.
Oh, really?
you
For
still think it was a bop?
sure.
Yeah, probably.
It's not a
Bro, all I know is
Never.
every time Angela would pop up, I was like, oh shit. And I would just start dancing in my chair. Carole Tuesday performed, I was like, alright, this is okay.
Yeah, that's real.
You know who I think had the real. All right, first off, who had the best, like the best performance during America? I said America. Mars Got Talent.
Mars is Brightest.
What's what's that one Solange girl?
GGK.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all the way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she was dope. Like the first
a
song,
while.
at first she was coming out being all fucking weird, and I was like, oh no, here we go, it's gonna be whack. And then she started coming out, and then you just started listening and singing, and you were just
Fire.
like, this shit is fire.
Because
She was so weird.
They asked her like how old she was, and she's like, I transcend age, and I'm like, you need to stop.
She was like, the
Stop.
universe sings. When she went up there, was like, yo, I'm not about to sing. We were all like, what? She's like, the universe is gonna sing for me. I was like, oh, here we fucking go. Here we go.
I
He's like,
there
every
were
girl-
multiple times
Uh-huh.
throughout that anime that I wish they had a soundtrack. Do they? I was just like, yo, I will get the soundtrack.
It's called YouTube.
I think they do.
Baby.
I think they do. Because I follow both the voice actors on Instagram. And I think they're coming out with like an album or something
They
together.
have to.
The actors legit look like their characters too. Shit's
Oh.
Okay.
weird.
Okay.
Or maybe the animes just drew them similar to the actors, no?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
All right. I'm about to debunk that one. Y'all ready? Oh, you ready?
What?
Are you ready? First off, I gotta think real hard on this one. The black girl, she look.
Nia? Is it
Yeah,
Nia or
Nia.
Naya? Nia.
You say Nia, I say Naya, so one of us could be right.
Alright.
All right. So yeah, Naya. You know what? I can see it. If you gave her short little dreads, I see it. I see it. Yeah. Nah, I take it back. I was about to say some bullshit.
And if you give Carole, the girl's name is like Celine, something. She looks like what Tuesday would look like, except she just doesn't have blonde hair. But she's like cute and white. Yeah.
So would y'all personally go see like a Carole Tuesday show live?
Hell yeah.
No.
I would.
Like, you mean like, what do you mean?
I'm talking about like both singers coming to your town, to a town near you on some we having a show. It's very small, it's very intimate. Would you go?
Depends how much the ticket costs.
Ooh,
Yo, it's
that's
like
a
20
real answer.
That's
That's a real answer.
the ticket 35 beans.
Mm,
I would go.
yeah, I would go too. For 35, that's not that bad.
What? Hell yeah, I would go.
Yeah.
And we'll post it on Instagram.
Yeah, same.
I'm not going to that. I don't like that folk music country-ish that they doing. I could box it once in a while, but I'm not paying money for that. Now,
Okay, what happened if
GGK
CGK?
sign me up. You know GGK would be in Afropunk. Well, so would Carole and Tuesday, but in Afropunk, GGK, she would be sold out, and then Carole and Tuesday would have like 30 people listening to her.
That's true.
Damn.
That's true.
Fact.
I believe it.
Damn.
All right, so let's break this down on a more professional level. Animation quality, plot, and give me one more thing.
Man, voice acting.
And
That
voice
kills.
acting. So far, I mean, I only watched 2 episodes, but and the animation seemed okay.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't the greatest. No, it's not.
What?
It's really not, son.
What?
It's nope.
I
No,
quit.
bro. The animation's okay. Like everybody's drawn beautifully, but the shit moves at like 12 frames per second, bro. Like,
I feel like my guy's comparing it to like Demon Slayer or Mob
no,
Psycho.
I'm comparing
Yeah.
Lion April or like any of them other music. Your Lion April had brilliant animation, and it's not an action anime.
Spellbreak
That
animation.
new ballroom anime has some good animation.
Well, yeah, they're dancing, so you gotta be. But your line
Oh,
eight
that
is
ballroom
literally
was nice.
a dead girl walking, playing the violin, and a crybaby on the fucking piano. Still look great. Fucking Violet, Violet Everdeen, Evergarden, whatever the fuck her name is. That shit is fucking beautiful.
Okay, but
That
that's by
shit is
Coyote.
slow paced
Okay,
as fuck.
that's by Coyote Animation. That's like completely different. Coyote Animation is a completely different thing on their own.
I understand.
So like,
but we still comparing animations and
boo,
like compared to that, Carole. So
boo.
Save Carole and Tuesday. But I gotta throw something under the bus real quick one time for the one time, right?
Hey, I like that.
Listen. But what about Cannabusters? That don't compare to Carole and Tuesday. Nah, leave them alone, cause that was bad quality.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? We're not talking about Cannon.
I don't know. I just want to be shady. That's all. Just edit this out.
We're talking about fucking Carole. Anyway, so I want to hear from the three of y'all like that: the animation, plot, and voice acting. Who want to go first? Y'all go flip a virtual coin or something. Destiny, you win. Go ahead.
What?
Yeah, she the biggest picture on the screen, so you go first.
I was gonna say picky money. What? Cause you not paying attention. Auburn.
Nah, I'm paying attention. I'm paying all the attention, my daddy. Okay, y'all like, what is wrong with her? Okay, animation wise was a solid. I hate to say it, although I enjoyed it greatly. It was a solid 7 for me. I didn't watch July and April. I skim past it every time I go on Netflix because the pod just bores me to sleep. So I can't compare it to like other slice of life animations. But I mean, from animation in general, of course, we already know there's like much better animation out there. But it's not bad. It was enjoyable. I loved it. Every second watching it, I loved it. But we all know it's not the best out there. Plot wise, it's hard to say because it's not finished yet. Like, there's 24 episodes, and there's 18 out now. So that's like 7 left. By God's grace, I hope my math is right. So it hasn't had a complete arc yet for me to say where it is plot wise. But I think it's good plot wise. I would need more of Anime Trash Pods and Destiny Senpai's input on that. Only because the type of I can do slice of life anime, but that's not my usual go to. I kind of like, straight through, like, beginning to end, a solid plot, as opposed to where there it's like slice of life. It's the plot's developing, their journey is developing over time, but it's not like straightforward. I hope I'm making sense.
No,
Just tell me if I'm not. Yeah. So I don't like those kind of animes. So because of that, I would also give the plot I would say a 7.5 toggling 8. And then what was your last one?
Voice acting.
Oh, the voice acting is fantastic. Give that a 9.5. But I really do love Carole and Tuesday, so there's not a part of me that's looking at this and saying this is a 7. Every time I enjoy it greatly. It's very entertaining. The music's amazing. The plot is interesting and intriguing. Like, I want to see where they're gonna go next. So don't take this breakdown as technically, if you do the math, it would add up to like a 8 or a 9, which is what I think the anime is. It's a very good anime. Great representation, great music. Yeah, it's very chill. It's a breath of fresh air, considering all I'm watching these days is like fucking JoJo and Mob Psycho and Demon Slayer and My Hero. So I'll say that.
Okay.
What about you, Albert?
I really like the animation on Carole and Tuesday. I think it's really beautiful. I think the way they animate Black people is really beautiful. So I'm here for it. I don't mind it at all. I think the plot isn't the most interesting thing, to be honest. I think there are little like moments within the anime that I really enjoy that makes the plot a little bit more bearable for me, because I feel like sometimes things are kind of predictable in the plot, which is fine. I mean, it's hard to like do something where it's like these girls are in like this talent competition, so they have to be like one of the last people in the end, So we know that that's gonna happen. there's no way that's not gonna happen. But I do enjoy some of like the little things that happens in between to fill the plot that I think makes it more enjoyable. And then voice acting. I think the voice acting is good. Sometimes with some of the songs, I don't know, I felt like the vocals were a little weak. Like I just want a little bit more. With like some of the side characters. But, you know, I'm here for it. I love the two of them. So that's all that really matters.
I felt like I liked it. I like Carole Tuesday like a lot. Like a lot. Cause all I do is watch slice of life and like romance anime and like what are you guys laughing about? It's killing me.
Nah, cause body
Fucking
said
Imani.
vulgar like doing.
A whole voguing. Y'all didn't see that?
I did. I was like, I just thought I don't know what you were doing.
I was voguing. Hey.
He's like, what the fuck is she doing? I look up. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing?
But yeah, no, I love Carole Tuesday a lot. Like the plot. The thing is with slice of life animes like this, it's not much to expect. You know, there's no action. There's no there's nothing that's gonna be like, oh shit, this is crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm used to that type of stuff. So watching Carole Tuesday, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air because there's little bits of like dilemmas and problems that aren't just stereotypical like someone leaves the band or something like well kind of, but like I just like the whole talent show aspect of it and the fact that we got some dope songs out of this and the representation is so important and it's so dope because like every background character that's black isn't stereotypical and ugly or looking crazy in the background. Like every little bit of this anime, I feel like they really cared about the detail of it, which is just really I love that part of it. The plot is okay, but for other music animes that I watched, and it's like not Your Lie in April because Your Lie in April was its whole thing, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you can't even compare the two. Yeah, they're both music anime, but I feel like you really can't. Like there was a romance.
Both music and they're both slice of life, so that's two levels that you can compare them on, son.
Yeah,
that's two genres, but you have so many like movies in the same genre that are different.
And they're like two different worlds. Like your slice of life was like a legit. Oh, your slice of life. Your Lie in April was like a legit on the planet Earth high school bullshit that you have to go through, and then fucking Carole Tuesday, you're on Mars. There's a lot going on, so I feel like they're just too different to really compare. But I also guess you can compare them.
Wait, because
they live in life on Mars like they live on
life on Earth.
I felt like I'm sorry to cut you off, but I felt in response to what you're saying, Destiny, I feel like Carole and Tuesday had it was a lot of messages like all up and down that anime, all up and down. First off, people from Earth are considered refugees, right? Listen, that means they're the aliens. You feel me? Carole's an alien. Technically, she's an alien, right?
And they were like, they were talking about how Earth, exactly, and they were talking about how Earth was like, we don't want Earth problems over here. You know, we chilling. But hearing Carole's or not Carole, hearing Tuesday's mom talk about Earth and how she doesn't want them, and then you hear Carole's dad talk about, yeah, I'm in jail on Earth. Like, it's just like there's a lot of things I feel like you could kind of dig a little deeper with Carole Tuesday versus like Your Lie in April, where it had its own things going on. But that's not even something to compare. But animation wise, I think that shit is like a 9. Y'all are bugging.
Yeah, y'all fucking.
Who's y'all?
There's nothing wrong with a
that
7,
shit
my
is
guy.
animated like the super fight scenes in every action anime where the animation quality goes down and everybody looks hand drawn for the fight. That's Carole and Tuesday like 24/7.
Nah,
Not
bro.
Jackson.
Dang.
Not
I didn't say that.
not jagged. That's what it looks like to me. So
You
like,
can't say nothing.
that Naruto pain fight.
Listen,
y'all know compared to anime and animes, it can't hold a candle. So please explain your reason.
Thank you.
What?
And you've only seen the second episode.
Yeah, and part of the third one. But I'm looking. Listen, man, I never said it wasn't beautiful, but it did look like they're constantly in a high speed fight.
No, that's why I agree with her.
I'm not talking about the fairy tale ones. Them shit's trash. I'm talking about like the good ones, like Naruto, when the fights really go up there and the quality goes down a little bit. So like they don't have to completely animate them fighting 100%.
Damn.
That's how it looks to me. I'm sorry.
But it's like, you know, the animation can't compare to like Demon Slayer levels. So why are you
comparing it to Demon Slayer?
Nigga, I'm on your side.
Demon Slayer is
like, damn,
because the other episodes of Demon Slayer don't even look like the episode of Demon Slayer. So I'm not comparing it to Demon Slayer. I'm just comparing it to other like slice of life music animes that I watch. And like,
this is fair.
You know, like, all right, let's just say Carole and Tuesday is like 720p, whereas the other ones I've seen are at like 1440p. Like,
You're wild.
I was gonna say 1080, but
yeah, I would say 1080.
This Negro,
you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, it's not ugly, but like it's like I've seen like more put together animation styles for the same genre.
That's wild.
I guess.
So as content creators on their way to fame, right? Where do you see yourself? Where can you relate in Carole Tuesday and all their shenanigans?
Ooh,
that's a good ass question.
Good question. Not being able to pay my bills.
Ooh.
True.
The grind.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time. Louder for the people in the back.
Not being able to pay your bills. You know, buy me a coffee, y'all. You know.
But Carole never
support me on Patreon. Help us
Here's my Amazon wish list.
Yo, my Cash App is $LAN Party.
My actual Cash App is $sign of mine reflected. So help us out.
Oh man. All right, what about you, Dusty? Where you see yourself in all of this?
Damn, that's a really good question. I would probably say, like, basically where Carole's at in the beginning of the show, and that bitch was like, yeah, fired from everything, and she just trying to, pay, bro. Like, Carole was just not with the shits, like from day one, like not taking nothing at her day job. Like, this is not where I want to be, and I feel like that's me right now. Like, well, I like my job now, but at the time, a couple of months ago, I was just at work every day. Like, I would prefer to be doing something else that with my brand and what I got going on instead of being here and just dealing with crap that you know you don't have to take, but you taking it just because you gotta pay your bills. So I'd probably say that part, that beginning part.
And Arbirth?
I would say just like how hard they're hustling to like make a name for themselves and like do all that shit. I feel like a lot of us can relate to that, just trying to create content and be artists or whatever. So that's definitely, I feel them hard on that.
Or when they made their first Instagram,
I was like, girl, that's me every day. That is me every day.
We niggas be in the crib looking at the ceiling. Yo, what the fuck am I about to make today? What content I'm gonna put on this page? I need these likes.
Harassing us, like, make some content, niggas. Make content. I always make the content.
Did you guys follow the Carole and Tuesday Instagram page?
Hell yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm about to right now.
Bruh. Once they showed it in the anime, I was like, I gotta see if this shit is real. And it was.
And they had one picture up there. It was really cute.
They got more now.
Did they have to pay Instagram for like using Instagram like in the show?
Probably.
It was legit, like, yo, Instagram, not like grants the ints, you know, like the
yeah.
They be doing. It was legit Instagram. I'm like, y'all could do that? Like, is it because you partner with Netflix you could do that and Netflix got bread?
Listen. Watanabe got that Cowboy Bebop money. I would not be surprised.
True.
This is
Imani,
the
what about you?
cutest thing in the world.
Isn't
What
it
do
cute?
what do you relate to, Imani, other than the dreadlocks?
What I told you I related to paying bills. I mean, struggling with bills, but also I will say one
You
thing.
need to say. I thought that was
Um,
a joke. Like,
Here's what I would say. One of
one,
my
but-
favorite episodes. I'm talking.
Oh,
One of my favorite episodes that I didn't get to answer that question was the episode in which they all went to the fake Coachella. It was an amazing episode in which you saw Thundercat and you saw Beyonce. Well, I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, for the listeners who don't know, like the Beyonce in the show, and Thundercats performed actual music for the show, but you know, people portraying Thundercats in the show. They go to the episode, they see this big, beautiful place with all these amazing artists, and they have a set. Eventually, they get booed off, but they were like doing their thing.
yeah.
I relate to that because it low key reminds me of like going to these big cons and seeing all these like finally meeting or seeing in person all these famous like cosplayers or podcasters or content creators, and like seeing them like big in their element and being like, yo, like that's gonna be me one day.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Yeah.
You know what relates to me in all of this. I feel like the manager, the nigga, just always stressed about some bullshit. He's always stressed about niggas. He's like, can I get a break? Can I get
That's
a break?
mad funny. Greg is the manager. Crimson is the manager, right? Sort of us, where he's always just telling us to do things, and half the time they work, half the time they don't. Sometimes you might end up getting a bot. Sometimes you might end up on Mars American Idol. You know, like.
Is he? Wait. Is Greg the type to walk out of the multi-million-dollar deal? It was like, nah. I just walked out.
I don't
Honestly,
know.
if I felt disrespected, I would.
Oh my god.
Yo, when the manager did that, I was tight. I was like, wait, so you just left? You ain't even consolidate with the squad? You just like, nah, we good.
He's smart.
He didn't even have to win, but he didn't even have to get the deal. Like they did one exception to the rule, and he was like, goodbye. I don't want it.
Whack.
Now you know what it is. You know what it is about him that I appreciate is that he's like, as you can tell within like the environment of their universe of like the Karen Tuesday world, it seems as if like genuine music is gone. People who actually sit there and make their own like music, and I'm gonna associate with content also. So people who make their own content, make their own music, that it's a rarity now, and that's why Carole Tuesday is so fucking special. And I think what he was doing was saving their integrity. Because
that's true.
Because when you look at that spicy ass girl, what's her name again? The one you like, Destiny?
Angela.
When you look at her, she don't do shit. Like it's pure AI.
Yeah,
Pure
people do it all for her.
And you realize everybody else is this. Most of everyone else is the same way. It's pure AI. And if you pay attention to their world, they're heavily reliant on AI.
Yeah, they are.
And one of the few people that you saw who are real musicians is Skip. The wheelchair nigga, what's his who is he supposed to be? Either Prince or Michael Jackson, one or two.
I don't know.
I don't know
I
his name.
actually didn't know who he was.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know. That episode was mad boring.
I want to say Prince.
It was boring, but it served the purpose to kind of propel like motives for the girls, like motive and inspiration for the girls, because now they have it's little things like that you have to watch, because now they have something to hold on to help progress their character development moving forward.
Yeah.
You know, like they're the last people to see this legend right before he bit the dust.
Honestly, I would have been terrified that I would have gotten framed for murder. So.
Yo, I can't. Can't.
Imagine being in a superstar's house and being there when he died. Come on.
Yeah, that's real.
I'm out.
I'm out.
You know what? You know what's funny? I can't tell how racism like is up there. So I don't think as a black woman, I'm not even as a black woman as like Carol. I'm not even trying to beat it. I'm out. It's a room full of white people. I'm off this. I'm off this.
Oh my
Facts.
god.
Facts.
This man said, "I am not a man or a woman. I am the. I am everything. I'm music."
So we talked about all the things we liked about Karen Tuesday, but what are some things we didn't like? Anything. It could be
That 12 frames
characters.
per second, bruh.
It could be that.
I don't really say there was anything I didn't like. I don't know. I mean, certain episodes were kind of slow, and I was just like, ugh, let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
And then in the Michael Jackson slash Prince episode, which one bored you to tears? Was that the other one?
I think that was the only one that really bored me. Cause because this anime is short. You know what I'm saying? Like short compared to everything else that we freaking watch. So I feel like it's short, so it has to be on a move. Like they don't really have time. Like they could put on a couple of filler, but it's not like Naruto that's gonna be like, oh, here's 300 episodes of filler. You're welcome. Like this one is very short, so they're gonna try and cram pack like something that's important to the storyline in each episode. So
I think one of the things I didn't like about this anime literally is how reliant Tuesday is of Carol. I don't like it.
Caroline Tuesday
is with Carol.
Because all right.
With the best friends.
They're all right. They're around the same age. It has
debatable.
Okay. They should be close in age. On top of them being close in age, let's just point things out. First off, yo, Tuesday is too damn old to be acting the way she does. And on top of that, she got a black card. Right? I don't want my mom to know where I was. That now they don't care anymore. Why are the bills still not getting paid? Why do I gotta work so hard? Why do I still have shitty equipment?
What do you mean? Like you think because her mom won't give her money?
She has the money. She refused to use it. Remember at the beginning of the show, she refused to use the card because she didn't want to be found. Now they stopped looking for her altogether. They're like, all right, you got it. You already escaped. I'm not doing this again. Because they don't want that backlash.
True. But I mean, I feel like she probably is used to it by this time. Like she's used to working for her own shit, and at this point, it's like, why would I use my mom's shit so like them niggas could put me in jail for stealing? I don't know.
It ain't stealing if it's yours.
Is it hers though?
Come on, bro.
I didn't like that niggas tried to play Charlotte like she wasn't really cute in real life. That's what I didn't like.
I'm done with you.
Yo, anime trash pod looked genuinely disgusted with me. Like genuinely, what is wrong with her?
I had a real question for the ladies, right? Now there was a what you looking at me like that for?
There's nobody else but
For the ladies. Nah, there's you.
Exactly.
What's your question?
Question ain't for me. He'll be like, I got a question for you.
I got a question for the ladies, right? The question is, at conventions, you know, men, women, cosplays, they be a little too touchy-feely, right? What's the girl's name? The crazy one from
Charlotte? What's her name, Charlotte?
Margot.
No, it was Pyro.
No, the girl.
Oh.
Started with C.
Oh.
We're gonna call her Quazy. We're gonna call her Quazy. Right? Place the R with a W. So with Quazy, how would y'all have interacted with that? And have you ever been in a situation where someone was like in your space on some only bite your neck, your mind? Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha.
That's a good question. Take it away, Destiny Senpai.
Oh, is it Sibel?
Yes, Sibel. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Sibel, Charlotte, same thing, different day.
Yeah, you're right.
Charlotte.
Oh shit. Hold on. If I was at a con and somebody bit my neck, are you crazy? What? My am I by myself? Or am I with somebody? If I'm by myself, I still feel like I would fight you. Like, you can't bite my neck and walk away. That's crazy. Sabel's character was too much, because honestly, just I'm nowhere near famous, but I've had people who come up to me and say, hey, like, I listen to your podcast, I like it, da da da, and I appreciate it, but to go as far as give you my phone number, I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's, even if you asked me, I'm not gonna give you my phone number. Like, we could take pictures, we could do everything. And as far as like getting, I mean, I would give you a hug if you asked for it, but I mean, for you to come up next to me and like try to kiss me or bite my fucking neck, it's a dub. Like, you immediately get fun. What?
Yeah, I trip and do not hug me in public. Oh my God, it's Crimson from L.A.N Party. Can I get out? Do not know you. I'm gonna do the Keanu Reeves.
If this cute girl came up to me and bit my neck and said you're mine, I would say no more, fam. Period.
Oh, you mean like that? You mean like that one influencer? You know, the one called Beep.
Yep. I'll name names too. Find me at a con and bite my neck, please.
Someone you don't know?
Someone you
I can know them. I don't know. I know them from Instagram.
Bruh, that's not knowing.
Gross. People be having muck mouth. They be having muck mouth trying to bite your neck.
What is a muck mouth gonna do to my neck? Now, if your muck mouth is trying to be in my mouth, that makes sense. But on my neck, that don't hurt me.
It's gonna be walking around. You're gonna have it on your neck. You be smelling it all day.
Oh,
you're gonna get a rash.
Oh my God.
I'm good.
What about you, Aubrey?
I can't say I've ever experienced something that wild. That's pretty crazy. I rarely even give people my email address, let alone get that close to me. So
what? Email address?
What? Not my personal email address. Hell no.
What are you afraid of?
animetrashpod@gmail.com.
Jesus.
Why I can't have your personal email? What you afraid of?
I would give it to you.
You might feel offended real quick.
I know.
It's slightly confused, but
but not to some random ass person. I'm good.
All right, so let me get this straight, ladies. So, all right, so because in retrospect, that character wasn't a bad looking character, right? So, so if he, I thought it was a boy at first, but
I thought it was a boy, but
they clarified it was a woman. So if a little baddie, it could be man or female, it doesn't matter. If a little baddie pulled up on you like, yo, you're gonna be mine. Wait,
no.
Bite you in the neck?
No, okay, you gotta do a different voice because your voice was very low and predatory. You gotta hi, kawaii, you're gonna be mine. And then like do a little nibble like, yep. And then you'll be like, okay.
Hey, listen, if anyone even did that to me,
tie me up.
If anyone did that to me, I'm going to walk away. So I'm going to walk away.
If anyone said, hey there, be mine, I'll fucking pepper spray them. So
I can't.
But you would let someone bite you on the neck?
I was trying to say like the difference in voices and the difference in the like tone, body language, like am I making sense?
No, you sound like a freak. That's what the fuck you sound like. You gonna let these niggas bite you in the middle of a con?
If they look good.
Yo.
No, I'm joking.
Listen, somebody goes to cons.
Let Hellspawn bite you on the neck.
Oh,
drop the name.
Why did this get personal?
Don't let him bite you on the neck.
Hey, it's a good thing Hellspawn don't listen to this podcast unless he does.
This one, hey, that's what we said about CK Knight that one time. So hit us up like, yo, thank you for featuring.
All right, wait. Quick sidebar, right? So I was there for this episode. These two sit there and review someone's comic, and they was like, yeah, I don't know what they said. They wasn't going in, but they said some shit. The nigga, he ain't gonna never gonna listen. The nigga listened, and not only he listened, he said thank you. And ever since then, we've been cool with him. Shout out to CK Knight.
Yeah, so you
Oh
say
my
that now, but
God.
Hellspawn, watch him listen to it. You be like, yo, I'll fuck with Carole Tuesday. Let me hear what these niggas got to say. And then and he hear this part.
So I have
Hellspawn ain't
no comment to your question, my guy.
Alright.
Hellspawn ain't gonna watch this episode. He ain't got no He-Man in it.
Yo, guys, stop it.
Oh man, alright.
Y'all
And
making
I'm
it
gonna tag him too. All right, moving on. Shout out to Hellspawn Cosplay. We ain't got no problems with you.
Facts.
Yeah.
All love, all love.
All love, but don't bite. Don't bite player 3.
I
Right.
didn't say that. Nah, I'm joking.
Oh. All right. So I had another question.
Mm.
Right. Out of all the songs that were featured on this show, and I understand her whole shit slap, but out of all the songs, I'm talking about from the beginning of the episode up until this point, which ones would you say like your top 3?
I want to say we have to take out GGK because it's not fair to keep her in. She'll be the first top 2.
Yeah.
Like obviously the first song GGK sang, obviously the second song GGK sang, and obviously the third one that we didn't get to see her sing, but we know she sang. We know that's a hit. So
I ain't never see a buddy crap so hard.
GGK and Thundercat. That's it.
Oh, I like Crystal. I like her song.
Yeah.
And then Angela's first song. And then
Angela,
Carole and Tuesday's
Angela, who's that?
Angela?
Who's Angela?
Oh, the shade?
Yes, that's Shade.
That shade?
Yo, she's so fucking boring and plain and generic, and there's absolutely nothing interesting about her or her character. Listen, I listen to Taylor Swift once in a while. You know, I'm not gonna lie. We're being open and honest and transparent. You know, I listen to Katy Perry.
Wow.
They interest me. Angela bores me, and it's like nails on a chalkboard because it's pop. I can't help but like listen because I just feel like it's pop and it's upbeat. But as I listen, I fucking hate the song.
So you be listening to Taylor Swift?
Yes. I listen to Lover. I did. Okay? I saw the video 3 times in a row. Don't know how I feel about it because it gave me Get Out vibes, but I definitely it seriously gave me Get Out vibes. I felt very uncomfortable after watching it.
I'm done.
But I listened to it and I low key for fake enjoyed it. So
you the second black girl that I've spoken to that liked Taylor Swift.
I didn't say
worried.
I said I can appreciate her music from time to time. I feel like that. Point is, I listen to pop, so I enjoy pop.
I love a good white girl pop song.
From Katy Perry.
Katy Perry is.
Okay, so what's the white girl popcorn? You got Taylor, Katy, who else?
I truly
Kesha?
have no interest in her.
Do you know Alicia? I'm saying her name wrong. Alyssa Cara. She did the voice of Moana.
She did not do the voice of Moana.
I lied.
She did a reprise of the Moana song.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Wow. Also, I mean, I understand this is a G-rated show, but Angela's songs sound like something that was supposed to be on Kids Bop. Like, that shit was just mad annoying. It was all like, we can go far if you believe with your heart. Yeah, we can go far. You're number 1. Love yourself. And I was just bored. And I was just like, who the fuck listens to this? Who likes this? Who listens to this in their free time?
Destiny likes it. Leave Destiny alone. Leave Britney alone.
What did she not to you?
All right.
Leave her. Like, I just want to say, like, Carole and Tuesday, they have, in my opinion, a wide range of song, like a wide genre. Like, sometimes they talk about believing themselves. Sometimes they talk about love. Sometimes they talk about their laundromat. But Angela, it was just the same old boring songs, same old boring topics, same old boring generic pop beats. She's 15. That disinterests me even more. I'm just like.
So I have a quick question. So in comparison to Cannon Busters, which one do you think you know, because they're both gunning for Black Anime of the Year now.
What?
God.
Girl, do you know any other ones coming out? So
Yo, listen, we ain't got no other ones coming out.
what?
We ain't got no other ones going out. Shoot your shit.
Exactly. So they're gunning for Black Anime of the Year. Which one do you think is better? Just representing Black people, I would have to say.
Ooh, all right. Before that, right? Pause this real quick.
She about to make this podcast a whole nother 3 episodes with that question.
All right.
This will be the last question because the bitch is tired. The bitch is tired.
Hey. You mighty funny. I love you. Honestly, all right. I think Carole Tuesday is. I think Carole Tuesday gives a better representation of like Black problems and like characters with layers, relatable layers at that. It's like we laugh. Like, this whole episode, we did poke fun at a lot of things they've been through, but I think that they're all relatable. Even like the littlest things, like being bothered by some girl at like, even that, it's all relatable, all of it. So I think if it was a Carole Tuesday versus Cannon Busters, other than that intro and outro, Cannon Busters is going down, bro.
I agree.
Yo, I agree with what he said.
What? You don't have a long dissertation about cannabis actually doesn't represent Black people because they're actually just like they don't really rock or eat fried chicken or have the itis or.
First thing first, I ain't never say that, so suck my dick. Second off,
this is a family friendly show, sir. You better calm that down right there.
Next.
What do you think, Imani?
I mean, to cut this show short, because I'm getting that tracked about how this podcast needs to end. Carole and Tuesday, I don't know. I didn't watch Cannon Busters. Y'all, the memo's out that anime is whack. Like, I saw 1 episode and a half because I fell asleep every time I tried to watch it because it bored me. So by default, I'm just gonna say Carole and Tuesday. Sorry, I know that wasn't a thesis on Black culture and anime and race in America and maybe Japan, but that's what I got right now for you at 1 a.m. in the morning on a Tuesday. Well,
it's a Thursday. Oh, damn.
I've been drinking. Yeah. The way Player 2 is laughing on mute right now is really hilarious. I don't know if he's laughing at me or if Greg is chatting in the background and he's laughing at Greg. Oh, I want some ice cold water. So with that being said, put the mic back on, boys.
Nah, Greg reckless as fuck. I'm sorry. Alright, who's next?
I don't know how to really answer that question. I like obviously how Black people are animated in Carole and Tuesday. And that there are just like random Black people like living within this world. So I think that's pretty cool. I know y'all feel some type of way about Cannon Busters, but for what it is, I enjoyed it. I'm not saying that it's great, but I'm saying I had a good time. And as someone who like really enjoys, I'm not really super into Westerns, but it's just cool seeing Black people intermingled in these genres that Black people aren't always in or represented in. So a Western sci-fi anime with Black people living in this world, for me, is pretty dope.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect it immensely.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't have no choice. That's you would already?
No.
What he said.
I think Carole and Tuesday did a better job, like with character design and like just fleshed out regular people like regular anime people that were black, versus Cannon Busters, which I just, it felt like an otaku who grew up watching Trigun and grew up watching Cowboy Bebop and decided to make it, and he wanted to see people that looked like him and just kind of copy and pasted it and made his own thing. Not to take away from the work that he did and stuff, but I just think Carole and Tuesday all around did a better job, because Cannon Busters, it was okay. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
Immaculate.
Isn't it wild that we're?
I'm sorry.
Isn't it wild that we're saying that like Carole and Tuesday is better at representing black people, whereas like Cannon Busters was literally made by a black man?
I know, and it's like you don't want to drag him through the mud because solidarity and stuff. But that's what I'm saying. It's okay. But for someone who avidly watches anime, I expected a lot more. So it's like I put him at a top, like I put him on a high like pedestal, because I was like, this nigga loves anime, like I love anime, and he watches it, and I watched him like grow and been a big fan. So I expected top tier anime, and then like the plot was whack. There was a lot of holes. There's just things that I'm just like,
How did you feel the black characters in Cannon Busters wasn't necessarily fleshed out?
You dead ass?
You serious?
Niggas, I asked a question. Y'all
Wait,
gonna
are we talking about character design, or like character, like just how they are, like personality wise?
Yeah, just give an example. Like compare the main dude from Cannon Busters to Carole, and tell me why one's a better representation of a black person than another, please.
I mean, first off, Carol's black. She's a black woman, and on top of that, for a black woman, I think her character was very flushed out.
Like Sam versus Carole, you'd probably have to say like Carole has a backstory that she talks about. Not saying Sam doesn't, but I just feel like Carole's. I don't know, man. I just feel like you could
better representation. I think Carole and Tuesday just had better writing.
You think so? I thought it was better representation because I gotta watch what I say before someone hit me with a satire joke.
What's a satire joke?
So the reason why I feel as if Carole and Tuesday has a better representation of black people is, first off, first off, we're going to talk about the art style. They're very well drawn, and it's surprising that people who aren't black drew us and had their concept art better, like stuff like hairstyle and hair texture better than a black man, right? Because you're not going to tell me we don't have variant, multitudes of hairstyles for black people in Carole and Tuesday. Right, that's always one of our biggest things with artists nowadays, is that they don't draw us properly. They give us big lips. They don't know how to draw our hair, our bones. There's all the excuses to why black people can't be drawn, and Carole and Tuesday did that very well. While in Cannon Busters, like I can't even tell, like he looks very, like, I don't know what kind of hairstyle does the main character have. Like I couldn't tell you. And then like the main female characters, she blonde hair, blue eyes, with black skin.
It's one of those things where like if it wasn't created by a black person, somebody, and say it has like other characters that look Japanese or something like that, people would go as far as saying like they're ambiguously brown. They probably wouldn't say it was black. Like say it wasn't done by LaShawn Thomas, say it was done by somebody else. They threw in those characters, but then they also put in like other Japanese characters. Somebody would be like, oh well, they're not really black per se, because they never really come out and say it.
What are you about to say, Albert?
I feel like the kid has a perm that he let grow out for too long.
Is that a fact or that's a theory?
That's a fact.
I don't know. Y'all losing me. Y'all talking about how Carole and Tuesday got better representation of black people because the black people are more fleshed out. And your example is because, mind you, we asked earlier today, does Carole have dreads? Or I don't know what Carole's hair is. Is it dreads? Is it locks? Is it braids? Like, what is that? And then you're just like, oh, well, Carole has better names than it.
Yo, listen.
Okay, but did you see
Carole
the
got the hair
background
you-
characters?
I'm about to come for you money real quick. Carole got the hairstyle you had in high school. Stop playing with me. Alright? With the little small dreads when you trying to grow out your dreads. That's what the fuck Carole got. Why are you playing?
Or
Alright?
braids.
Don't come for her. Alright?
Or afro, honestly.
Or maybe it's just the quality of the animation, like I was saying the whole time. Like,
Full circle.
yo, I'm just saying.
Shut the fuck up.
Yo,
Full
it
circle
could
though.
be it too. Maybe it's just that art style that make her hair look weird.
Nah, I hear you, Destiny. Though you was just like the background characters.
Yeah, like they got liver spots and shit, like things that normal black people have that you would never notice in the anime that they would take the time out to draw.
Yeah, because they care. I got you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's like, not even that, yo. You know what it is? I feel like I just didn't feel like he was gonna make generic characters, like generic anime character A, generic anime character B.
Oof,
That's
they
how.
were
That's
generic.
how.
Yeah.
That's how Cannon Busters were. Generic anime character A, generic anime character B, generic villain that don't know what the fuck he really wants A, generic villain that don't know what they want B. You feel me? Generic support character 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, Zeta, Kappa, Alpha. Like, come on. That's how I felt with Cannon Busters.
I would recommend it to someone who was trying to get into anime. Like, I feel like it's very
that would just turn them away forever.
No, like I feel like a young person, like somebody young on the younger side, like maybe 8 or 9.
Oh yeah.
Who like was real? I mean, granted, there's like violence in it, but like, you know, just so they get to see. Like, if I was introducing like my niece or something, like a younger person into it, and they were trying to get into anime, I would have them watch something like that along with maybe Naruto and something like that, so they feel like they're represented, even if that's not necessarily the case. It's just like that's something that would start you off on, and you're just like, wow, they look like me, and then propel you into a world where you don't really see that often.
Ooh, that's fair. I like that.
So, closing off, we're all gonna give it a rating. There's a quick rating, and from there, we'll close out the episode. My personal rating for Carole and Tuesday, I give it a 2.
Out of 1?
Out of 20.
Wait, 2 out of 20?
I'll play with you. Carole gets a 7.5 out of 10.
Whoa, that's kind of low, Greg.
Nigga, what?
Oh, it's average.
You feel
average? Y'all feel Carole Tuesday average?
Yeah, it's like a C.
The story not done yet.
Like a
they
C
can still drop. They could do a Darling and the Franks and drop the ball.
So you're basing it on the fact that it might not be good, the ending might be trash?
I'm basing it on the fact that it's not done. So far, it's getting a 7.5. All right.
Carole Tuesday is a solid 8. Wha-bam.
Wow, a whole 0.5 difference. Like, what the fuck?
It's a big difference. Listen, colleges don't accept C's. They accept B's and A's.
I don't know, bro. C's get degrees.
Hey!
But do they get you jobs, though?
You even do that degree. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah, they don't look at your
yo, keep yourself.
Do they get you into grad school though? Do C's get you into grad school? That's a question you gotta ask yourself. When you out there with your bachelor's and the only
nigga, who's trying to go to grad school to not get a job? What are you talking about?
Yo, Destiny, what you rating? Because we.
I would probably rate it right now. 8.8.
Damn, high, bro.
8.8. How's that high? Yo, suck my dick. It's an 8.8.
That got very.
I'm tired. Hey, you wanna try me?
I'm tired y'all to tell me suck a dick. I'm tired of this shit tonight.
Yeah.
8.8, because it's depending on how the story goes, it'll probably push to like a 9.5.
What about you, Auburn?
I would rate it a 7. I'm also only on episode 15. I feel like you guys explained some things from some later episodes that sound cool that I want to watch and see, so I can have a better understanding. But right now it's at a 7 for me because sometimes I'm a little bored, so it's okay.
All right, guys. With that being said, where can we find you two?
At Anime Trash Pod on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Big up yourself.
And I already dropped my email, so email me animetrashpod@gmail.com.
For some reason, I thought she was gonna say mixtape. Like, I don't know why.
Yes.
And I already
dropped
my
my fire mixtape featuring Carole and Tuesday. They're on the first track. We're on Spotify.
Big ups to you. Big ups. Big ups.
Where we find you, Destiny Senpai?
Getting animated on Instagram and Twitter, and then you can follow my personal Instagram or my personal Twitter, which is Destiny Senpai, or visit the website destinysenpai.org. Yeah, I think that's
okay.
I really found out she had a website. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Bitch, tells you everything.
Yo,
who I worked with. What's up?
Alright, well, with that being said, you know where to find us. You know what time it is. It's Play One Crimson.
Yo, it's your boy Player 2 every day on my block. That's my word.
Hey.
The time is 1:13 a.m.
Oh my God,
I had to buy that because he said, you know the time it is. 1:13 a.m. in the morning. That's when we're recording this. I'm Bubblegum Zombie Hunter. Player 3.
Player 4, Opera Mercy, Anime Trash Pod.
Player 5, Destiny Senpai, getting animated.
And we're out.